Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing the Chevy Silverado ZR2, and this one is finished in a new color that I think looks really good. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Jerry Signer Chevy here in Salt Lake for me some time with the ZR2. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. I'll also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood we have a 6.2 liter V8 that goes through a 10-speed. Fuel economy is 14 around town and then 17 on the highway, with power outputs being 420 horsepower and then 460 pound-feet of torque. Now before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you can see all blacked out there in the center, and you got your blacked out 6.2L badge as well. And then I love Chevy's headlight design. I think it looks really cool, especially a little turn signal indicator there. And then notice ZR2's blacked out. Well, not blacked out, grayed out, I guess is a better way to put it. The grill's all blacked out, same thing with this bottom section. And the recovery points. You also have the fog lights there. You've got a little bash plate up front as well. But yeah, overall, this is a cool looking truck so far. Now on the side here, our tire wheel setup is 275 by 70 by 18 in the front and over in the rear. And you can see here with the wheels, again, also blacked out with this particular package. And these are solid all-terrain tires. They're 33s. You can see with the independent front suspension. Again, ZR2's blacked out there on the side. Got those nice fender flares, and then this one has the side step package. And then notice here on the back that there isn't like a ZR2 decal or anything like that. And then we do have the Multimatic shocks that come with the ZR2 package. We also have leaf springs as well. And then here's your full side profile. This color is really cool. It's kind of like just a dark gray from a distance, but then once you get closer to it, it has like a green hue. And this of course leads us to the key fob, lock and unlock, remote start, tailgate drop down, Chevy bow tie. Pretty straightforward with that whole setup. And then you'll notice here with the bed, we've got lights here. And then we've got full outlet as well. And it's nice they give you protection and everything from the factory. That's always a good option to have. And then when you're all done, I think this one's automatic. No, it's not. Surprising. Anyways, pretty cool looking taillights. Again, all the badges here in the back are all blacked out now. Same thing with the bumper, and you got the bumper steps. But also the exhaust tips are hidden underneath with the ZR2, for those of you that are wondering where those guys are. And this leads us inside. So we still have the crazy interior with the neon stitching throughout. Same thing with the seats. Perforated down the center. Very small perforations, but good storage. Everything. Then you got the flat loading floor. Bunch of cup holders. We also have heated seats here, USB ports, and got some vents in the rear as well. Tons of room here, again being a Chevy crew cab. Same thing with the headroom, which is really good. So it's just a nice place to be, and well, see ya. And then popping up front, again we've got easy to clean materials with the neon accenting. Front two windows are automatic. You've got your power folding mirrors, memory seats, blind spot monitoring with said mirrors. Payload on this one is 1398. Towing capacity is 8800. And then here's the front seat. Again, you've got the kind of like smaller perforations. Power adjustments, ZR2 there. And then all the controls for the heads-up display. We also have this for the steering wheel. It's power adjustable. And then you can see with the light controls, and then the drive line select here. Notice it does have an advanced four-wheel drive system as well as a 2-speed transfer case. Drive mode select and tow haul mode built into that too. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you can see we've got soft touch all around. Paddle shifters there on the back for the 10-speed. Radio controls below them, and then a bunch of practical controls in the front, including controls for the center, your cruise control, heated steering wheel button on the steering wheel, which is pretty cool. Turn signal / windshield wiper stock, and then we've got this full digital gauge cluster, which we can use to see different bits of info on systems within the truck. And then I'll also show our drive modes, which we've got quite a few different modes for different things. By the way, off-road is kind of high-speed off-roading terrain is crawling. 360 camera system, which is great. You can see I have a bunch of different angles here with the truck. Good resolution as well. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, quick response time with the screen. You got the shortcut bar there on the side as well. And then you can see the little shortcut buttons there for the screen too. And then a bunch of functions here. So lane departure, parking sensors, auto stop start, tailgate drop down, hazard lights, stability control, hill descent, and you have a front rear locking differential setup with the ZR2. You've got trailer brake controls, and then you've got heated and ventilated seats. We also have our dual zone climate. Got some USBs there off to the side. You can see here with the shifter for the 10-speed, some cup holders, and then this is cool with the center console. Wireless phone charging pad, some outlet action, pretty nice setup. And then nice trim here on the dash also, heads-up display. Yeah, stitching, that's pretty cool. The glove box is the same trim, but that's great. Camera rear view mirror, power sliding rear window, and then we just have a regular sunroof up top with this. Here's a quick look at the window sticker. You can see 2025 ZR2. This is called Cypress Gray. That makes sense with the kind of greenish hue. 78,605 is the total MSRP on this after all options. See how it performs. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Visibility of the hood, both the mirrors. There's the rear. Also, heads-up display is pretty cool. Let us set off in this V8 ZR2. Now, I'm not sure how my schedule is going to work out this week, but I do plan on reviewing the Bison version this week. That one's a 6.2 Bison that they have. That's a 25, so stay tuned for that. But the ZR2 has the most comfortable seats for a Chevy. Try to say that. Chevy seats. Say that 10 times in a row and you might have ended up accidentally swearing a little bit. But yeah, no, they're really good. They're really good seats. Man, the turning radius on this ain't bad. It ain't bad at all, actually. Let's actually see what the camera view looks like here. Look at this. Ah! Not that camera view. That's not helpful at all. So you can see it's a tight space, but look at this. We got the Colorado on the one side and we got the curb on the other side. It fits just barely, but it does in fact fit. It's a tight fit, but yeah, this isn't too bad for a full-size pickup truck when it comes to the handling. So other than that, the sound is great. Gotta love the 6.2 V8 with an exhaust. Listen to this. It's like a muscle car. I like it. I like it. Quite a bit. So other than that, smooth with the suspension. The Multimatic shocks do a pretty good job with the dampening. Cabin installation is also pretty good too. Man, the camera still hasn't gone off. Interesting. So you can go to pretty quick speed and still have the camera work, which is nice if you ask me. Other than that, yeah, the torque right off the bat is actually pretty darn strong. Oh yeah, this engine's great. It's got that nice linear. This truck's going on my lane. Oh, it's because of the median. Yeah, it's got that nice linear V8 power band. Just kind of slip through over here. Yeah, V8 power. It's great. I really like how it drives. So the ZR2, it drives like a Silverado Plus. And when I say that, I do want to get a comparison with this against Raptor, since the pricing's not too different. Because the Raptor, you can get a Raptor for like 80 grand, and this is almost 80 grand. So I'll get a comparison going. But yeah, this drives more similar to a regular Silverado than different. Whereas like you can do a Raptor and you compare it to a regular F-150 and it feels like a completely different truck. The Raptor suspension, the wide body and everything really does change your driving dynamics. This less so. So And it's standard body, so you don't have to deal with the width problem that the Raptor has to deal with in terms of maneuvering through tight spaces and everything. But overall, I like how this performs. And the camera, I'm gonna turn that off. Some of you guys might get sick from that, sorry. I just think it drives well. It's a nice truck, and you get you know, better dampening that you get from an off-road package. You get the cool off-road looks, but you don't really have to concede all that much with this truck. It's not like it's again, you don't have to deal with some of the Raptor stuff, which the Raptor's cool, but you know, try parking that in a parking garage, and it's not necessarily the most exciting thing on the planet. So let me know what you guys think about the Silverado ZR2, especially the 6.2 V8. I'm always team diesel, but I do see a benefit with the 6.2 V8 with the power and the sound that this has. So let me know your thoughts.